Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Impact7. Today I'm going to be playing F1 2019 at the Austrian Grand Prix. This is my career with ALFA ROMEO, Season 1, Race 9. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now, really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Really push my road to 600 subscribers. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links will be as usual are in the description box down below. Also, please don't forget to hit that notification bell just so you can keep up to date with my latest content. Now then, as you can see on the screen now, is the drivers and constructors standings. First of all, in the drivers standings, Valtteri Bottas has recently taken the lead over in the drivers standings with 130 points. 13 points behind him is Charles Leclerc with 117 points. 3 points behind him is Max Verstappen. If I remember correctly, Charles Leclerc, I think he retired last race, yes he did, in France. He was the race leader before that race, but obviously because he retired, Bottas took over. There's Lewis Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, Sebastian Vettel, Sergio Perez, Daniel Ricciardo. I'm in 9th place with 26 points, 4 points clear of 10th place man Kevin Magnussen. Then my teammate is in 17th place with just 1 point. Moving over to the constructors now, Mercedes are in the lead, as you might expect considering what happened in the last race. Mercedes are leading 224 points. In second place is Ferrari with 198 points, the exact same points as third place team Red Bull. Then it's Racing Point, Renault, Alfa Romeo, Haas, Williams, McLaren and finally Toro Rosso. Now then, so far this season, I finished 17th in Australia, 7th in Bahrain, 12th in China, 19th in Azerbaijan, probably my worst race. 6th was Spain, 6th was Spain, 10th was Monaco, 5th was Canada, and 12th was in France. Now, Canada and France were both good results by themselves, but when you actually have a look at what happened in Canada, I thought I should have got a podium. Canada is probably the track I do best at, so I'm disappointed I only got 5th. I believe I should have got 3rd, with a number of top cars dropping out during that race or finishing low down, like as you can see with Lewis Hamilton was in 18th, Vettel was in 19th. I believe both of them retired, so that put me in a nice position. And then in France, I got a bit lucky with the safety car, but I was able to put on the quicker tyre. I believe I was on the soft, everyone else was on the hard, and I thought that I could get at least to the top 10, at least get a point. Unfortunately, I got damage to my front wing, and that basically stunted my my progress, which ended up forcing me to finish 12th place just. So it's been a bit of a frustrating couple races so far. Hopefully I can improve on that. Let's change all these components now. Now, unfortunately, because my face cam's in the way, I currently have 1,600 resource points, I believe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase this, which is a rear wing end flaps, which is for drag, which will mean we're better on the straight line. So I get that for 1,100 resource points. We'll be ready for Germany, which is in 2 races time, and then I'm going to get our first powertrain upgrade, which is the pistons. So I'll get this as well, which will be for the next race, I think. Yeah, next race. So what we have possibly is 2 components for my home Grand Prix, which is the next race in Britain. Got the chassis weight reduction, rear floor under tray, which is a major part, and obviously the one I just bought, which is the engine power. Okay, contract, they want me as a team goal to qualify 13th or better. I'll get 600 resource points for that. I think that's possible, considering the short track that Austria is. The differences between cars isn't too big, so I'm hoping that's the case. But expected qualifying position is 15th, expected race position is 17th. Okay, rivals. So my rivalry is between my teammate and me. I'm winning 11-7. I've already won 1 already. Select my rivals. This one plus 10%. I guess I'm gonna pick Lucas Webber, considering it says plus 10%, but also Ricciardo is 28. I think as soon as it says plus 10%, does that mean instead of it being 22, it'd be what, 24? I'm guessing that's what it means. So I guess Ricardo would be better, but am I confident I can beat Ricardo? Not too sure. So Kevin Magnussen. I'm planning on moving to Haas at some point. So I think maybe targeting beating Kevin Magnussen might actually be a good idea. So I'm gonna go with Kevin. Hey man, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. How are you? Hope your day's been good. Alright, so weather forecast. Dry in both qualifying and the race, but it looks like it's cloudy in both, so rain at some point possibly. You never know. Okay, so that's vehicle performance comparison. Let's have a look. So it's Mercedes first, Red Bull in second. They've just gotten ahead of Ferrari. McLaren are the fourth best car on the grid. Interesting. Haas is fifth, sixth is Renault, seventh is Racing Point, eighth is us. But once we get all of our upgrades, we should be really close to Force India and Renault in particular. And it looks like Haas as well. We're pretty close to Renault and Racing Point. Then it's Toro Rosso and finally Williams. Alright, let's get to... Oh, let me just double check something. Yeah, got that in. Gearbox. Yeah, okay, everything's good. Alright, let's get to qualifying. Here we go.
Thank you for joining us once again for today's qualifying session. Sit back, relax, and enjoy what we hope will be a fantastic contest for pole position. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on into the corners and max out down the straights?
The teams will have arrived with all manner of parts designed to capitalise on the long straights. The cars will be that much harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
As usual, the car setup that I'll be using for this live stream will be in the description box down below. If any of you want to use it, feel free. My goodness, it's too hot here, man. It's really... Oh my days. I've never felt this uncomfortable doing a live stream before. Alright, so I'm going to be on the softs, as usual. As I just said, car setup is in the description box. Looks like Romain Grosjean's going out first. Good. I guess you meant to. How about you? I'm good as well, except for it's too damn hot. Aside from that, I'm good. It's like Grosjean's on the soft tires as well. Is it me or does it look, the sky look a bit dark? So I think I may go out a bit earlier than I was anticipating, just to make sure that I get a lap time in, just in case. Okay, that's done. I'm just announcing this live stream on social media, and then we will begin. Okay, that's all done. Alright, let's get ready to go out there now. 11 cars out on track. Alright, let's drive out then instead of just going out there straight away. Let me just make sure I've got my car set up on. Yes, I do. Okay. Oh, actually, what I should do, reduce the amount of fuel I have on board. There we go. Okay, that's done. That's done. Put thermal regulations. Just drive out.
Checks complete. We're ready.
In my career, I'm at Hungary. Okay. All right. Hopefully you're doing well in your career mode. Who's this? Ricardo, okay. Oh, I've come out in a very nice spot here. Okay. Alright, let's make sure I don't use up any ERS here. I want to have maximum for when I use it, for when I need it. Bottas has just gone quickest. I think a Ferrari's coming out of the pits right now. Obviously I can't go too slowly, otherwise the Mercedes is going to catch up to me pretty quickly. Oh, is Ricardo diving into the pits? That's even better for me. Okay, dived into the pits, good. Got a lot of space ahead of me. Let's see what I can do here. Ah, that's funny. Vettel took you out, man. Now that is funny. And the German Grand Prix as well. That's a bit too incidental there. Oh, you weren't out of the race. That was lucky then. One minute 60. Now that's a quick time. Didn't go too far away. What's my time? What was that? 1 minute 67. Okay. 7/10 than Bottas. I'll take that. Not too sure how that's going to do with everyone else, but I think that's a good lap. I recovered and finished first. Wait a minute, what? How did you get taken out and yet you somehow finished first? And I remember you said
There's
that
only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
don't you do a 25% race? So how did you have enough laps to do that? Wow. That's crazy. You get taken out and still you finish first. Well done for that then. Very well done.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Hamilton's on the mediums. Not too sure how my lap's going to go with everyone else. Currently dropped to 4th. Gasly, I think, beat my time just there. I don't think I made any mistakes where I lost any significant amount of time, so let's go into the pits here. I think it was a good idea me driving out. At least I was able to control where I was on the track in relation to everyone else. So I think that was a good lap. Just have to wait and see how things go. I probably won't go out again for this session. While Hamilton was 19th because he was involved in the crash or whatever. Okay. And by the way, I made it a 5-lap race. 5-lap race, but how can? Okay, that makes even less sense now. How do you get taken out unless when you say you get taken out by Vettel, then you didn't go to the back of the field. I'm guessing you were near the front. You had a clash with Vettel. You were able to recover in time to still remain in the lead or close to it, and then you were able to win. Otherwise, if you were able to get taken out by Vettel, have any significant damage on your car, there's no way you'd be able to finish first with just 5 laps. Either way though.
So far our fastest lap is a 1 minute 6.7.
Either way though, nicely done. Okay, so sector 1, I'm less than a tenth down, so that's pretty good. This car's top speed isn't too bad. Second sector is where I start to struggle, and the third sector is pretty much the same. I'm beating Charles Leclerc. That's interesting. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Very interesting.
We're 20th in the speed trap, 172.8 miles per hour.
Wow. Okay, I'll take that. Very happy with that. Kind of surprised I got there now after looking at my teammate. Alright. Shouldn't need to go out again. 5th in the speed trap, 201 miles per hour. Okay, let's speed things up now. And when Vettel took me out, he made me spin, and luckily I got back on the track in 12th, then made overtakes. Okay. Hamilton on medium. Surprised about that one. 6th, 7th. Ooh, I'm jumping down quickly now. Still surprised Leclerc hasn't beaten my time yet. 1.5 seconds slower than the fastest. Alright, that's to be expected. But I should get through pretty easily. Anyhow, I'm not through. I'm swear I'm going to be upset. 8th place. If I can qualify 8th, I'll be happy. Okay, so the first 5 cars in qualifying 1 are Lance Stroll, Lucas Webber, Kimi Raikkonen, my teammate, George Russell, and Devon Butler. So the 2 guys that came with me in F2 are both out, as well as my teammate. Any day, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hey man, you must be on like 20 AI then. Wow. Okay, qualifying 2. For those of you who know the rule, the tyres you do your fastest lap in qualifying 2, the tyres you start the race with if you get into qualifying 3. Alright, so okay, I don't think I'll be able to get through on the mediums. And there's no real point. If I don't get through to qualifying 3, then obviously I can start on the mediums, which is what I'm planning to do if I don't get through. Otherwise, I'll start on the softs. Okay, let's speed things up a bit. Could be better. How about you? I'm good, except it's just too hot right now. Isn't it? I think it's supposed to be like 39 degrees right now, which is crazy. $34 right now. Oh my days, man. Right, speeding this up a bit more. Okay, only 3 cars out on track. That's good. Hopefully the track's rubbed in a little bit.
All set. Everyone clear?
Okay, this better be a new set of tyres. I'm gonna be very upset if my team hasn't set me out on a new set. Alright. Looks like there's a car coming up behind me. I think that's is that a Toro Rosso? No, the car just dived into the pits. So it looks like there's a Haas, a Mercedes, and a McLaren that's on the track right now. McLaren's diving into the pits. Alright, let's see how we do this time. I was able to get into 1 minute 7s in the first part of qualifying. Definitely need to get into 1 minute 7s if I want to possibly even challenge for a spot in qualifying 3. My team expect me to finish in 13th place in qualifying. That way I can get a extra 600 resource points, which has definitely helped me in the development of this car. So Let's see. Okay, here we go. Didn't go too much on the left-hand side this time round. My first sector was pretty good in the first part of qualifying. Back end didn't step on me too bad there. Did touch the curb on the outside. Nice. Less than a tenth down on the first sector compared to Sebastian Vettel's time. Now that's impressive. Okay, here's where I bring down the ERS a bit. And a little bit wide. Carried a bit too much speed there. 2.5 tenths down on Sebastian Vettel's second sector time. Went wider than I would have liked it. Clipped the curb on the inside. My time is 1 minute 6.6. Okay.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
So went quicker than last time. Okay, that's an improvement. I'm liking that. Don't want to go for another lap because if I do get into qualifying 3, then these are the tyres I'll be starting the race with. So got to take it nice and easy back to the pits.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
No one's on the track except for Haas, so don't have to worry about getting in anyone's way. Any day you're wrong, I put it on 0. Put it on 0. Wow. Oh my days, put the AI on 0. Now that's crazy. Go down to the pits. Because I don't care about difficulty in career mode, only quick races and multiplayer. Okay. Okay, hey man, okay. So 1 minute 6.6, I believe my time was. So good lap. I think I'm in 10th place right now. Oh, 9th. Thought I dropped down a bit. So
far, our fastest lap is a 1:06.6.
Okay, how on earth is Carlos Sainz the quickest in the first sector, where it's pretty much just a straight? Pretty much just a long straight. Granted, you got the first corner, which is a bit difficult, but still, how exactly is he got the fastest in the first sector? Look, Sebastian Vettel is 3 tenths slower than Carlos Sainz. How does that make sense? I'm even quicker than Sebastian Vettel in the first sector.
We're 15th in the speed trap, 144.3 miles per hour.
Okay, so I'm 2 tenths slower in the first sector compared to the fastest in the first sector, which is Carlos Sainz. Second sector, Lewis Hamilton's the fastest, which I'd expect, to be honest. Bottas and Hamilton are pretty close together, 29.3. I'm in the 29.7, so I'm 4 tenths slower than him in the second sector. Sorry. In the final sector, I am Sebastian Vettel's quickest, 19.8. I've got a 20.6. I'm almost a second slower.
You're doing a great job. We're much higher up the field than we expected to be.
Okay, so less than 4 minutes to go in the session. 4 cars are on track right now. Got Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Kevin Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo out on track right now. Let's follow Max around here. Let's see how it goes. So he's currently in 4th place. He's on the soft tyres. He's 15th in the speed trap, 195 miles per hour. DRS activated, going down the pit straight, going into the first corner. Just clip the curb on the right, on the inside there, and clip the curb on the left, if possible. Looks like Lewis Hamilton just come out of the pits, I think. His sector time is a 16.3. Go and break this there. He's 3rd in the Driver Championship right now, 114 points. Doing well for Red Bull. Only 3 points behind Charles Leclerc, if I remember correctly. 8th in the speed trap, 199 miles per hour. 29.3 in the second sector. I like that camera angle, looks nice. Alright, got the final sector to go. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is the shortest track, if I'm not mistaken. 1 minute 5.9. He still stays 4th. No, I do want to do that. Where is... I'm not going to go out again. Where is... Charles Leclerc 7th. He's on his out lap. I'm sure one of the Mercedes is out, and they should be on their fast lap. Okay, Lewis Hamilton, 2nd place. Okay, let's follow him. So 16.1, first sector for Lewis. He's 9th in the speed trap, 198 miles per hour. What the Mercedes lacks in straight line speed, it makes up for in speed that it can take in and out of corners. So 2nd sector is where the Mercedes really comes into its own, which is where the turns are, to be honest. Okay, coming up to the 2nd sector, he does a 29.3. 4th in the driver standings, 94 points. Probably be a bit disappointed with that. Got a final couple corners left to go. Red Bull goes into the pit so that it's not compromising his lap time. Ran a bit wide, I think, there. 1 minute 5.5 for Lewis. Where am I? 9th place still. Okay, not that far ahead of Perez. Let's see if I can find Perez here. He should be out on track. No, he's not. Okay. Alright, so Charles Leclerc, we've got to follow. Luke, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. How are you? He's fastest in the speed trap, 202 miles per hour. So clearly, as you can see, the Ferrari is just extremely quick. And considering I think I was at 5th in the speed trap, you can tell that the cars with the Ferrari engine in them are actually pretty quick in the straight line. Though, I think they're all lacking when it comes to going in and out of corners. Kieran, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. How are you? Got final corner to go. And his time is he able to improve? No, he is not. What's going on with Charles Leclerc? Why is he in this position? A bit strange. 10 seconds to go. Am I going to get knocked out, or can I get into my first qualifying free?
We're 15th in the speed trap, 144.3 miles per hour.
I think maybe I've been in qualifying free before, but then I took a grid penalty. But this occasion, I shouldn't be. So, I do get into qualifying free. In 9th place. And if honestly I qualify in 9th, I'll be happy. But I've achieved my team goal no matter what now. So, the next 5 cars in qualifying 2 are Nico Hülkenberg, Kevin Magnussen, Alexander Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, and Roman Grosjean. I'm dying from the heat, but other than that, I'm good. How about you? You took the words right out of my mouth, Luke, man. It's too hot. I've got my fan blasting me right in front of me. I've got water right next to me, freezing cold water. Oh my days, it's too hot. It really is too hot. It's at 37 degrees right now. Oh no. Alright, so qualifying 3 now. I'm gonna go out twice. I'm gonna go out nice and early at the start of.
When you're ready, let's go.
At the start of this qualifying session. get a lap time in, and then I'll go later on in the session on a brand new set to see what I can do. I never went outside today because the country where I live in, it never snows, like never. Okay. I've got Gasly ahead of me, and I've got a Ferrari coming at the pits behind me, so though it's on its outlap, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. I might let the Ferrari pass me here. Looks like quite a big gap between the two Ferraris. Yeah, I'm gonna let the Ferrari by. Don't you dare hit me. Okay, I was about to say. I'm trying to be nice over here. When you're in the lower teams, you really have to pay attention to your ERS, even during qualifying. Because if I stay in hot lap all the way around the lap, by the time I get to the ending of the second sector, like around here, the ERS will be so low that I won't have it anymore, and I'll start losing pace instead of gaining. So during the second sector, I normally try and put it into high, just so I can save a tiny bit for the third sector where I put it back into hot lap. But enough for that. Here we go. DRS, let's see what I can do here. I like the way I took that first corner there. That corner could really make or break your qualifying lap, to be honest. It really can. Before I braked a bit too late. Oh, back and stepped out of me. That's going to cost me a tiny bit. That's going to cost me. Lewis Hamilton goes quickest, 1 minute 5. I think that was a 7. 1 minute 5.7. Not too sure. Okay, not as smooth as what it was in qualifying 2 this lap. Around the final corner, barely clipped the curve on the outside. DRS activated. My time is 1 minute 6.8. Not as quick as what I did in qualifying 2, I think. I think maybe I braked a bit too early at some of the corners, but I'll take that for now. I think here, during my qualifying lap, I lost the back end, which cost me a couple tenths. Probably would have been able to match my lap time in qualifying 2. Ferrari's coming. Don't want to get in its way.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Here we go. Having water next to you doesn't change anything because you always have water next to you. True, but at the same time, it does help because obviously with it being extremely hot, obviously you sweat, and that's water going away from your body, so you need to put it back in. So definitely need it, and it's ice cold water, so it tastes a lot better. All right. Thank you to everyone who's liked the stream so far. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so far so good. Currently in 7th place. I think I'll probably be moved down 1 or 2 more positions. So, first sector I'm pretty much neck and neck with the best, as you can see. A 16.265. was my time, and the fastest is a 16.256.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 6.7.
But then 1 minute 6.7 says 1 minute 6.8 on my screen. Okay. But then in the second sector, I'm oh boy, 6 tenths. No, 5.5 tenths down in the second sector compared to the best time, and in the third sector, I'm half a second down. So.
We're 10th in the speed trap, 159.1 miles per hour.
Okay. Didn't it just say I'm 10th, but now it says I'm 5th? This engineer is rubbish, I swear down. This engine is absolute rubbish. Now I'm starting to wish there was a way to actually fire my engineer and get a new one.
You're doing a great job. We're much higher up the field than we expected to be.
So it does look like this Mercedes fighting for the win. Oh, I just realised. The Mercedes are the exact same time. I don't think I've ever seen that before in this game. I think that's the first time I've seen that. Very interesting there. Very, very interesting. And me and Perez aren't separated by that much either. So it's really competitive right now. Really competitive. Lando Norris in 10th place. Nicely done to him. Pierre Gasly, what's he doing in 9th? Oh, if he's not careful, he's going to be replaced. Driver transfers are enabled in this game, so Pierre Gasly could see himself moving teams. Both McLarens are in third part qualifying. Nicely done to them. Alright, it's getting close to the time. So you would fire Jeff, then hire somebody else called Jeff? If I could, I would.
Okay, remember that the way the car handles is all about weight transfer.
Yep.
When you brake, the centre of mass moves forward. When you accelerate, it moves rearward. And when you turn, it is pushed to the outside of the car. More load on each tyre equals more grip. So make sure you're smooth with the controls to prevent the weight transfer from becoming too violent.
Yep. So if you're going for
10th in the speed trap, 159.1 miles per hour.
Again, it just says I'm 10th, but it says I'm 5th here. So I don't know what's going on there, but I understand about the wear. So if it's going through a right-handed corner, the left front will be the tire that gets the most wear. If it's a left-handed corner, then obviously it's the right-handed tire that will get the most wear. Okay, so could speed things up a tiny bit. Now would be fine. All right. Still no cars on track. Okay. Some cars revving, so people are going to be going out soon. Don't need too long to go around the lap. So, got brand new tyres on. I think, yes I do. Fuel is low. Yes, okay, here we go. Final.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
Okay, final part of qualifying. If I can stay in my current position, I'll be happy. Which is 7th right now. I definitely think I can be best than the rest, which is 6th. Well, actually, if Gasly actually gets his act together, then 7th I think would be a decent place for me. To make sure I've got that in max. There we go. Not going to use the RS. Got to let the Red Bull pass me. Going to let Max pass me as well. No, Gasly, my bad. Oh, they let Max pass me already. Here we go. Didn't turn in as nice as I wanted there. I was a bit late. Gonna have to make up time somewhere. Made up time here. The back end did step out me like last time. Lewis Hamilton goes quickest. He's now on pole position. Looks like I'm going to improve by at least two and a half tenths. Is that 6th place?
Nice job.
Yes, it's 6th place. There we go. Granted, I was only able to improve by 1 position, but I'll take that.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Hamilton, Bottas and Max Verstappen. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
I'm really happy with that. 6th place. I don't think even with the mistake I made in the first corner, if I didn't make that, I think I still would have been in 6th place, because the gap between 6th and 5th is almost half a second, pretty much. So yeah, I wouldn't have made that up. So 6th place is pretty good. Very happy with that. That's the end of qualifying. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched right now. Really do appreciate it. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Really would appreciate my road to 600 subscribers. Winning my rivalry against my teammate 13-8. Winning my rivalry against Kevin Magnussen 2-1. Getting some extra resource points. Got 235 resource points altogether. There'll probably be at least 900, maybe 1,000 by the end of this race.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
Okay, here we go.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Let's start with Racing Point. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, Campbell, Gasly, Perez, Sainz, and Lando Norris, Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Alexander Albon and Ricciardo, Grosjean, Weber, Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell. Butler and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And now it's time to head down to the track.
You should have some space going into the first corner, so try to keep it tidy. Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's build on it.
You got a good. Looks like Gasly got a good exit. So Gasly got quite a good exit there. Top speed, I'm pretty sure the top speed of this car should be better than the Red Bull. Got good acceleration out of that corner. Just bring everything down for the second sector here. As you can imagine, the front five are just pulling away from me, as you'd expect, to be honest. I'm glad the inside line. Bottas fastest so far, 1 minute 8.7.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Looks like one of the Ferraris is attacking the Red Bull for third. During the first sector, I'm able to pull out a tiny gap to Gasly, but then in the second sector, he just catches up to me massively, which is to be expected. Just trying not to make any silly mistakes. DRS is going to be activated. Oh,
You've lost some time to the car behind.
it's activated now. Kind of surprised he wasn't attacking me even more than he already is, actually. And I'm pulling away from him a bit here. Wow, the Red Bull is not very good in a straight line. Definitely not. Got DRS and he's not just breezing past me. that was Charles Leclerc or Lewis Hamilton, would have passed me by now. Starting to form a bit of a gap now. The field. Looks like we've got the top two, the Mercedes, then we've got the next three guys, one Red Bull, two Ferraris, then it's me with Gasly and a couple other cars. It's like a McLaren, a Renault and a Force India, then another group behind them, and then another group behind them, and then there's a very alone looking Force India. Here goes Gasly. Gonna let him through.
Try to stay with him, he might make a mistake. We could still regain the position.
I would have liked to swish back there, but the way he positioned his car made it extremely difficult to try that. Got McLaren on my inside. I braked way earlier than...
Okay, some information on Perez.
Then
They
necessary.
seem to have an issue.
I braked way earlier than necessary, and look what happened. I was indecisive as to what to do here. Because I could have attacked Gasly, but then I saw Gasly wasn't on the racing line. He was a tiny bit defending there. And obviously I knew that the McLaren was attacking me. So this is my first flashback of 2. I restrict myself to only 2 flashbacks when I'm doing a 50% race. So here we go. I'm low on ERS as well, so this is going to be tricky anyway. Don't want to touch him, don't want to touch him. There we go. Drag race between me and the McLaren. Fortunately enough for me, I got the inside line. Ooh. ERS is low. I'm thinking maybe I should run rich going through the second sector in particular, just to get rid of some of this extra fuel. Whoa! How quick is that McLaren going off that corner? That McLaren was so quick. Wow! Didn't expect that. Oh, here we go again. Looks like the McLaren's got better top speed than the Red Bull. Easy. Don't want to touch him. No, around the outside. I got DRS this time. No, we're gonna go freeway. Oh, I don't want this, Go away, McLaren, go away, please. Oh, I got the Renault.
We think the car behind might be struggling with fuel issues. See if you can increase the gap.
Oh, really? Okay, that's good. Able to keep my position, thank goodness for that. But I've got 3 drivers to worry about. And 3 different teams. And a very good qualifying. As long as I finish in the top 10, I think that'll be a very good result. It seems the AI in particular just have a great drive off of that corner.
The battery is low on energy. Reduce ERS deployment.
Don't want him to get slipstream. Oh, got a nice exit out of that corner. Okay. Okay, we're on lap 7 of 36. Pulled out a nice gap to Hulkenberg, but I'll be dragged back soon enough. 1.1 seconds. Looks like they're fighting between the 3 of them, which is good. I need that in order to pull away. I don't think I have the speed necessary to pull away from them otherwise. Put this down to low. Definitely one thing I want to improve is the ERS. Get it to harvest better, because it takes so long to harvest the necessary amount of ERS. It just takes way too long. Perez is now in 8th place. Hoping those guys are going to continue to fight, allow me to pull away more and more.
The car ahead is starting to create a gap. They're starting to pull away from us.
That's fine. Not really fighting the Red Bull. Find the guys behind me. Okay, so far so good.
Our gap to the car in front is 3.4 seconds.
2.4 seconds clear of Perez. Nice to see with him fighting with Hulkenberg and the McLaren. It's just what I needed. And I have a sneaking suspicion one of the cars in front of me are going to retire. I've got nothing to base that on. I just have a feeling that one of those guys are going to retire.
Okay, we're starting to see a bit of tyre wear. You shouldn't have too much trouble for the time being, but the grip is going to start falling away.
Uh-oh. Don't like the sound of that. Don't like the sound of that at all. Let's keep things going. 48% on aero, so let's up it a tiny bit. Get a bit more power. Pulling away from the three behind me on low ERS, so maybe I can improve it a bit more. Yellow flags in the first sector for some reason. George Russell's out. Oh, is there a safety car? Maybe even a virtual. I'd dive into the pits right now if there was. Pull on the hards and just go to the end of the race. But nope, there isn't. So let's carry on as we're going. One minute 10.9. 4.3 seconds behind Pierre Gasly, almost 3 seconds clear of Perez. So I'm increasing the gap nicely to him.
Yellow flag.
Oh, Mr. Apex. Oh, that's not good. That was not good. Oh, that's a dangerous area for it to be.
Green flag.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel the wear. Car's not slowing down like I want it to, or like it used to, so definitely starting to feel the wear. Three seconds. I think it was a good thing that I started with a lap of extra fuel. This allowed me to stay rich for a bit.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards. We're leading our
Good.
teammate by 15.3 seconds.
Like music to my ears. And hopefully with the gap I've got, I don't get held up in the pits. That's the last thing I need. I would like it to be a 4-second gap between me and the guys behind. I think that would be ideal. Let's up it to high a bit.
They're speeding up again, so I expect they've fixed whatever the problem was.
Who? Jeff, seriously, man. The communication skills are not good. You need to be telling me specifically who that was. .8, come on, so close to 4 seconds. I think that should be enough to give me enough of a bumper here, just so that I can get into the pits and not worry about being held up. Hopefully. I must admit, those three are... Oh, my days went very wide. Must admit, those three are costing each other quite a lot. pit stop information.
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. Your pit window opens next lap.
I just realized that the 3 guys behind me have been driving so slowly, it's allowed the next group to catch up to them pretty quickly. That's not good for them. And I'm right now in no man's land. Can't attack the guys behind me. Can't attack the guys in front of me, sorry. And the guys behind me are, well, they're just doing their own thing right now.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Roger that. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now, really do appreciate it. If you're enjoying the stream, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Really, really appreciate it on my road to 600 subscribers.
Burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Roger that. 5.7. Can I get to 6 before my pit stop? And also my pit stop should be around, what, 2 seconds? So that should be pretty good as well.
Box now, please. Box this lap. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Roger that. Here we go. Diving into the pits. A Ferrari's already in there. Saved up a nice amount of fuel. Looks like a McLaren's diving into the pits.
Go now.
Lewis Hamilton out of the race. See, I knew it. What did I say? That one of the top
Pit
guys.
Strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
That one of the top guys are going to be eliminated, and look what happens. One of the top guys is eliminated. Oh, look at that! Come out ahead of my teammate. You better not attack me. You're on clearly different strategies.
Caution, caution.
So
okay, clear.
Right now it should be 5th because Hamilton's just fallen out of the retired from the race, so 5th place, which would equal my best finish so far. Starting to pull away from my teammate a bit here. Let's put them rich. Don't want to lose any time to the guys who haven't pitted yet. Got Roman Grosjean ahead of me. I'm about to get DRS as well. So with that in mind, let's save a bit of fuel, save a bit of ERS here. DRS is going to push us along nicely. He's going into the pits. No, he's not. Would have liked him to have gone into the pits, to be honest. Raikkonen's in the pits. Actually, let's save everything for this long straight. Oh, it took so long to turn the corner. I had to slow down so much. I pretty much had to cut the corner there, otherwise I would have hit him. Grosjean, man, is so slow. Okay, 7th place right now. I don't think Albon's pitted yet. Is there someone else who hasn't pitted yet in front of me? Oh no, 6th place is right because I got passed by Gasly. No, that's right then. Albon's just adding to the pit, so I'm up into 6th now. Boss Air, how you doing? Thank you very much for watching. How are you? Haven't seen you before, so welcome. Welcome to my stream. Hope you're having a good day. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. .1 gap between me and Carlos Sainz. Looks like he's been able to put a bit of a gap between him and the Force India, so I need to watch out for him. Oh, looks like Leclerc got passed by Gasly.
P6, we have P6. Leclerc ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 4.2 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Sainz is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 6.0 seconds. They're on fresh hards. The distance to the leader is 19.9 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Gap to teammate behind is 18.2 seconds.
Almost a pit stop. That's fine. Peace, Barry. How you doing? Thank you very much for watching. How are you? Oh, a bit of a twitch from the back end. Whoa, did you see the way... Whoa. No more sunshine. That was quick. That changed very quick. To answer your question, Barry, I've joined the Ferrari Academy at the start of this season, so I'm going to be following.
Gap to car in front is 4.2 seconds.
I'm going to be following that progression, so I'm going to go from Alfa Romeo to Haas and then to Ferrari. That's my plan. So I do plan on moving to Haas at the end of this season. Found your channel today, liked and subscribed. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. What lap is this? This is lap 19 of 36. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to pause it right now. I had to take a quick 30 seconds there because I'm sweating. Alright, here we go. Let's carry on. .3 the gap between me and Leclerc, and 6 seconds between me and Carlos Sainz. I think that was 6.1 the last time I checked it, so he's taking a 10th at me. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Surprisingly enough, I can still see Leclerc.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
I am? Really?
Leclerc is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 4.1 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 6 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:10.6. We're gaining by around 0.2 per lap. Our gap to the car in front is 4.1 seconds.
I'm really catching him. Well, I need to... Hold on a second, sorry. Only in England can it be absolutely boiling hot and yet there's all of a sudden heavy rain. Unbelievable. Come on, someone up front retire again as well, please. Only way I can move forward. Looks like Bottas is lapping a Williams, and then it's... I'm guessing that's Vettel, and then... I mean, not Vettel, sorry, that's Verstappen, and then Vettel. I think that's the top 3. Then obviously Gasly and Leclerc. .1 the gap between me and Leclerc. So put it back to 6 seconds with Carlos Sainz. Okay, so seems as though I have the pace to match at least what Carlos Sainz is doing, which is nice to see. Ferrari just can't beat...
Okay, gap ahead is 4.2 seconds.
Ferrari just can't beat Mercedes. I'm tired of Mercedes winning all the time. That's fair enough. And to be honest, if you look at the best race so far this season was Austria, and Austria was when Mercedes was pretty much nowhere. Even in the British Grand Prix, yes, Mercedes won, but what was the most exciting part about it? Ferrari and Red Bull, easy. I mean, we barely saw Hamilton except for the start of the race when he was fighting his teammate, and then that was it. Both cars just disappeared. Didn't see them on television. So it is tiring, it is annoying, but at the same time I'm really disappointed in Ferrari, because for the past 2 seasons they've had pretty much the best opportunities to win the World Championship, and they blew both of them, whether it be their strategies were not good enough, or whether it be it was driver mistake. Either one of them led to the fact that they couldn't finish up what they started earlier on in the season.
Teammate by 20.0 seconds.
Good. And when it comes to this season, it's like they focus entirely on straight line speed and not focused on, okay, we've got straight line speed, what about the aerodynamics, what about the chassis, what about turning, what about corners? Because last time I checked, no matter what track you go to, it has corners, and it seems like they've just completely forgotten about that. Mercedes have gone the other direction. They've concentrated entirely on the chassis and the aerodynamics, while making sure that their car necessarily isn't as fast as a Ferrari in a straight line, but it's decent, it can hold its own. And the fact is, with Ferrari, beforehand for the past 2 seasons, if Mercedes weren't doing well, Ferrari were right there to take control and win races. Now, that's not the case. If Mercedes is not doing well, it's Red Bull. It's Red Bull. We saw it in Austria. clearly, Ferrari was on pole, but once again, Ferrari, for lack of a better term, shot themselves in the foot. Look what happened to Vettel. Wasn't able to finish qualifying, if I remember correctly. I don't think he went out in qualifying 3. I think a similar thing happened in
Alright, we expect these tyres to be good for a while yet. Just be careful with them in the high-speed corners.
I'm pretty sure something similar happened in a couple of races as well. So it's not just the fact Ferrari need to focus on beating Mercedes, it's also, if Mercedes aren't on top form, they have to
gap to car in front is 4.2 seconds.
They have to worry about Red Bull, because Red Bull seem to be capitalizing when Mercedes are not doing well. Why is Perez on the mediums? What's going on here? Wasn't it Carlos Sainz who was... Oh no, Perez passed Carlos Sainz, okay. Ah, he's on the mediums. Surely he has to pit again. Surely. If Perez can get away with getting to the end of the mediums, why on earth did I not go in them? So 6.8 seconds clear of Perez. It's going to be very interesting to see. 7.8 now. I've got a second on him. I think it's because he's fighting with Carlos Sainz right now. And that's been the key for me this race. The fact that instead of them focus on trying to catch and pass me, focusing on fighting each other, which has allowed me to pull away.
We're catching the car ahead, but be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
I'm not interested in catching Leclerc. I'm just interested in keeping this 6th place and hoping one of the cars in front of me actually retires. Although, from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like the Ferrari and the Red Bull are having a fight. In fact, I think the Ferrari just passed him. Let's have a look. Lots of mistakes from Vettel, yeah, absolutely. This season, last season, 2 seasons ago, yeah, I agree. Alright, let's have a look here. So, he's got a good slipstream going into the first corner, going out of it, down this long straight, and it's DRS, really. Nothing you could do about it. What tyres are they on? Oh, they're on the mediums. Please, whoa, wait a minute. Mediums. Hard. Oh my dear, I should have gone on the mediums, looks like. I should have gone on the mediums. Oh, okay. Seems I may have made a mistake with my tyres. Don't have to worry about them going off, but what I do have to worry about is Perez catching up to me. Taking 2 attempts at me already. Still fighting with Carlos Sainz though, so that might help me out. That might help negate the potential speed that Perez had, which is good for me, I guess. But yeah, as you mentioned, Barry, just so many mistakes from Vettel, particularly this season. It seems as though Leclerc's the one who's the veteran, who's been at Ferrari for a couple of seasons, and Vettel's the one who's just come in, because Leclerc's putting in the nice performances. Leclerc's fighting, but not to the point where he's making mistakes that cost him.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
That cost him valuable points. Now, granted, he's made mistakes as well, lacking Azerbaijan. He's made mistakes, but since it was his first season at Ferrari, you can allow him those mistakes. And you can see the potential in him, no doubt about it. He's going to be a challenger for the World Championship soon, very soon. I'll go so far as to say he's probably a future World Champion, him and Verstappen, without doubt. But I do think that Vettel's time as a Ferrari driver is numbered, because with the way he's performing, back in stepped out on me, I think they're probably going to replace him. Don't know with who, but I think they're going to replace him because he's making too many mistakes. He really is. Okay, I can up ERS a bit here.
The gap to the car ahead is is 4.7 seconds.
Yeah, he's increasing the gap to me, which is fine. Not too bothered about that. Alright, let's save some ERS now. Really happy so far with my performance. Haven't made any big mistakes. Been consistent. Been opportunistic as well. Definitely. And you need to be when you're on in a Alfa Romeo. Full race update.
We're sat in 6th. Leclerc ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 4.8 seconds. They're on old hards. Perez behind. The gap behind us is 8.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. The gap to the leader is 33.0 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 9 laps to go.
Okay, 9 laps to go. We're on lap 28. Getting to the last stages of the race now. Just past the third. Ooh. Just past the 2/3 mark. Which team will Vettel choose next season? I don't think this is necessarily a case of Vettel choosing. I think it's more Ferrari pushing him out the door, to be honest with you. Who'd he go to? Not sure. I guess he could go back to Red Bull because Gassi's not doing very well. So I guess he could go back to Red Bull, but does Vettel want to team up with someone who's going to be challenging him non-stop, like Verstappen will do? He won't give him any quarter. No way. He won't be, okay, you're my teammate, so I'm going to allow you through. No. You're going to have to fight him. Will Vettel be happy about that? I'm not too sure. So I'm not too sure where he would go. Possibly he would retire. I mean, keep on hearing reports about him thinking about retiring. That could be one way to solve it. Instead of him being given the boot, he just says, you know what, I'm going to leave, I'm going to retire. Maybe he'll come back later, but right now, I'm going to retire. Something like to what Alonso's doing right now.
Keep managing your tyres. Manage your tyres. Gap to teammate behind is 26.8 seconds.
.1 ran wide there. Got a very nice healthy lead to Carlos Sainz, and they're still fighting each other. 10 seconds now between me and that group of 2 guys behind me. Actually, it's a group of 4 actually, because another McLaren and a Renault's caught up to them. They've really cost themselves. They really have. This will be another good result for me. Been very consistent and quite lucky as well. If it was one of those cars by itself, the Racing Point, the Renault, by themselves, or the McLaren attacking me, they would have passed me by now.
Ahead is 5.7 seconds.
Vettel cannot handle wheel-to-wheel battles. He's always panicked, especially when racing Hamilton. I agree. It does seem, if he's in the lead, then it seems as though, particularly if he's in the lead and he has a, let's say, a 2 to 3 second gap over the person behind him, he can control it. As long as there's no like mechanical issues with his car, then he can control it. But it does seem if he's under pressure, particularly like you said with Hamilton, yeah, it seems to falter. And do you remember last season, the amount of times he spun?
+1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
Do you remember how many times he spun last season? You're crazy. Absolutely crazy. But what Ferrari need right now is consistency. Whether it be in qualifying, whether it be at the race, consistency. Just constantly picking up the points, being consistent. No matter who they're racing against, they're able to be hard but fair. And I was thinking that the driver that I feel would be a pretty good replacement for Vettel possibly would be Ricciardo. We know for a fact he can overtake. He's one of the best overtakers in F1 right now. And have him in a Ferrari that can challenge for a world championship. Ooh. Him and Leclerc, I think that'd be a good partnership. Obviously at some point the future lineup for Ferrari will be...
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Will be Leclerc and Mick Schumacher, Michael Schumacher's son. He's currently in F2, I think. I think that's the future lineup for Ferrari at some point. I think Ricciardo and Leclerc would be a good partnership as well. 6.7 seconds behind Leclerc. Speak of the devil. And Perez, who's 10.5 seconds behind me now. What lap are we on? We are on lap 33. You can see just under the speedometer, it says L. That's the number of laps we're in. So lap 33. Saving some fuel, but I don't really need it. Don't need to go into rich. I'm trying to save the components now. Don't need to look at anything else now. Just need to get this thing home. Let's bring that low. Get rid of all of that. Been a very good race for me. Started in 6th place, and looks like I'm going to finish in 6th place. Seven seconds down between me and Leclerc. Gap between me and Perez is 11 seconds, almost 11.1. Okay, I really did think I made a big mistake by going on these tyres, but they seem to be holding up nicely.
Gap to car in front is 7.5 seconds.
42%. What? Front left is 42%, which is fair enough. There's a lot of right-handers, but still. The softs, the mediums. The mediums must be even worse than my wear right now. Must be really bad. I have the entirety of the pit straight before the following pack behind me gets there. Championship standing.
Couldn't receive that. Repeat the message.
Oh my goodness. Championship standings.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. As
What?
things stand,
Oh, here we go.
8th in the championship.
8th. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Lance Stroll is a pay
This is
driver.
your final lap of the race.
He's not that good of a driver. I agree, he's not. Only reason why, ooh, be careful. Only reason why he's got the job at Racing Point is the drive at Racing Point is because his dad owns
2
it.
laps of fuel remaining.
That's it. His dad owns it. I think Ocon. I think Ocon's a better driver than Lance Stroll. There's no way Lance Stroll could beat Ocon to any seat, let alone the Racing Point seat. So Bottas has won the race. You can see how far Bottas was, the fact that he's won the race and I just got past the first sector. Very happy with this performance. 6th place.
The gap to the car ahead is 9.3 seconds.
Once again, equaling my best finish this season. 2nd time in 6th place. Round the final corner. GG, good race for me. 2nd place, 6th place is mine.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
I'm very consistent in that race. Didn't make too many mistakes. Had quite a bit of pressure at the start of the race.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was.
I think after the pit stops, it really started to slow down in terms of the pressure on me.
How did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Nice performance, thank you. Thank you very much.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today.
So it's Bottas,
everybody played their
Vettel
part.
and Verstappen.
Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
I think Hamilton won the last race, so Mercedes are really showing their dominance right now.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
That's got to be the Flying Finn. Wait, how many Flying Fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm talking about Bottas this time. Just great raw speed.
Fair enough.
And a good job in traffic as well.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The current championship leaders still hold top spot, but that gap is getting smaller. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Ferrari needs to work on their reliability issues. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so in the driver standings, Valtteri Bottas leading. He's increased his gap to more than a race win now, 27 points, ahead of Max Verstappen, who's moved up. Charles Leclerc's moved down. Sebastian Vettel's moved up to 4th. 3 points clear of Pierre Gasly in 5th. Lewis Hamilton's moved down. I'm pretty sure he retired, Lewis. I moved up to 8th. Daniel Ricciardo's moved down to 9th. Carlos Sainz has moved up to 14th. Lando Norris has moved down to 15th. My teammate is in 17th place, still with only 1 point. Constructors, pretty much the same as the driver standings in terms of the gap. Mercedes are in 1st place. They've extended their gap. Ferrari are in 2nd with 226 points, 1 point clear of Red Bull, 225 points. So 2nd place is all to play for there. Then it's Racing Point, Renault, Alfa Romeo in 6th. Quite a gap to Renault, so I think 6th place is about as far as we can go. Then it's Haas. McLaren's moved up to 8th now. Williams have moved down, and finally Toro Rosso. I'm doing a season with Alfa Romeo 2, and Austrian Grand Prix is my next one. Really like playing F1 again. Yeah, this race is pretty good. This game is pretty good.
What's your take on it?
Graphics I really like.
Judging from today's race, it must be pretty hard to fend off Devon when he wants to pass.
What? That came out of nowhere. Did I even race Devon Butler? I'm sure some of the other drivers find him hard to deal with. Yeah, especially at the rate his team is improving. It definitely helps to have a great... Let's go with that one. Okay.
You're surpassing all expectations. Can anything or anyone stop you?
Not with my current power unit. It's amazing. Actually, let's go with that one. As soon as I'm gonna get a R&D part from them soon.
Well, that's everything.
Let's try and improve that. Yeah, as I was saying, this game's pretty good. I like the graphics. I like the fact that they've added F2. Obviously, there are there's not too many differences between this game and the last one. So hopefully they keep on improving. Obviously, they've added in the driver transfer, which I think is a very big thing. Something I've wanted for a very long time in F1 games. So the fact it's been implemented now, really happy about that. So 7 points between me and my teammate. I'm winning 17-10, and I'm winning my rivalry against Kevin Magnussen 5-4, difference of 1. Gotta get my resource points now, 600 extra thanks to the team goal. I'm not too sure how much I'm gonna get total. I think it's gonna be about 1,000. Wait a minute. Oh no, I have to wait until after.
That's
my
a great
bad.
result. You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
I have to wait until the next race.
One of your rivals is also going to an upcoming historical event. If you choose to take him on, it might help get your name out there a bit.
Italian I've never raced the Italian Grand Prix on this track, on this game before. Hungary or Italy? Okay, I'll try the Italian. I'll do that in this live stream. Oh boy, I guess this first attempt is just going to be a tester just to see how things go. This is going to be interesting. The chicanes are so troublesome. Okay, the checkpoint challenge, I think. So there's like gates I have to get through. Alright. Time limit 35 seconds, 13.67 kilometers he was able to do. Oh my days, this sound. I remember this sound. I used to play F1 back when Michael Schumacher was driving. I remember this sound. I used to love racing this car. The United States Grand Prix at Indianapolis. Oh my days. Wow, this brings back memories. I must admit, this car sounds amazing. Not like the Hoovers that we have now. I must admit, the braking on this car is pretty good. It's me thinking I'm gonna go off, but nope. Line wasn't very good there. Looks like I need to do another lap after this one. Need to do this lap and maybe a little bit of another lap to get 12 kilometers. Oh, I'm gonna make the corner. No, I'm not. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I think I'm gonna get to the next checkpoint, but that cost myself quite a bit of time. A tiny addition while doing this is on the map on the bottom left. You should actually be able to see where the checkpoints are. Just a tiny addition. 23 seconds. Can I do this in the first attempt? Made a big mistake in the chicane. 10 kilometers. Oh my days, come on. Oh my days, I'm so close. Where's the next checkpoint? Where's the next checkpoint? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, it's there, good. I should be able to, I should have done it by now. There we go. At the end of the pit straight, I should do it. There we go, it's done. Everything else is just a bonus now. Oh my days, hit that. Oh, beautiful. It just came nicely. Let's see if I can get it to 15. Oh, it's going to be close. Got it. Yeah, I should get to 15 now. Just. Three, two, one, time. That passed. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so beat Magnussen. Got the total time. Very happy with that. Total distance. Okay, so we're in Britain, my home Grand Prix. Let's see if my component was successfully made, or do I have to waste some more resource points on it?
Congratulations on your success in the invitational events. It might not help you in the championship standings, but it definitely helps to build your reputation.
Oh, failure. Man, okay, so we got the engine power, pistons, but we got a failure with the weight reduction. That's annoying. Okay, so we're still the third worst car on the grid, but 510. I guess I'll leave everything for now. Okay, that's going to be the end of this live stream. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched. Really appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links are free as usual are in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you all had a great day. Laters.